having conversation with my friends about monogamy and at what point did they decide that monogamy was for them. I feel like monogamy is one of those things that people are like sort of fed. So I'm curious about like, when did y'all, if monogamy is something that you decided that you want, or if you felt like you had the space to explore like different types of relationships?
For me, I come from a very Christian household, so it's very much man and woman. That is your only man, that is your only woman. And then watching my parents, for me, it's a personal experience. Watching my parents, watching my family members. I don't come from the cheating culture per se. Like there's no divorces in my family, there's separations. We're very much, everybody's together. So that's why I've never explored anything else.
I only been like 2 relationships in my
Whole
life.
life? Okay.
And 2 years, that's long. They only been like 6 months, like 5 months each. And through those, I would never be in a relationship with a person that I think I would want to cheat, like I would cheat on. So like, I would rather just break ties and then do something else than to kind of like have that commitment to someone. Somebody to have that commitment to me and then just like kind of like just like mess it up, you know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of messed up. I feel like if you want to cheat, you might as well just break ties with the person.
Yeah, because
Like,
that's
it's
what's
just
going to
that
happen
simple.
regardless.
But I feel like people like to have best of the both worlds. But it's like, how far are you going to get if, you know, like you keep cheating on your girlfriend or if you keep cheating on your boyfriend, eventually that person is going to leave. So why is it so hard to just say, okay, I would like to cut all ties because clearly this isn't what I want right now?
You fear that no one is going to listen to you or understand where you're coming from, right? And then there's also this pressure that you're supposed to be with one person. And when you're with that one person, it's almost like you're never going to see another person that you find attractive.
I also think that in today's culture, cheating is dependent upon how, I guess the definition of cheating varies from person to person.
The definition of cheating.
The
does.
definition of cheating varies from person to person. Like if
So-
I want to go out
okay.
to a club and I want to dance with a guy, I've had an ex that said that's cheating. I didn't do anything though. Like I didn't go to his room with him. I didn't do anything. But then I've had a guy that says, oh yeah, if you talk to another guy, that's cheating. I have guy friends. So how are we jumping there? I think the definition of cheating is very different to the person though.
I think you have a good point, and I think those are the conversations that people need to have. But I think that a lot of times people assume that, like, you know, if we say we don't agree with cheating, then we mean the same thing.
Exactly.
But I think to your point, people do have various definitions of it. Like on the other side of the spectrum, they say like you can have whoever friends, dance with whomever, but if you have sex with them, then that's cheating, right? Or for some people, like that's not even cheating, right? So I think that there's space for folks to decide what that looks like for them. But if you're not having a conversation with the folks that are like whoever's in that relationship, then you're not really understanding what their boundaries are.
And there's always a fear of bringing up that conversation because it's kind of like, how dare you ask me what cheating is? Because like I don't know how to put this, but I shouldn't have to say, can you define cheating for me? Like I feel like we should already be on one accord, but we're not.
Yeah,
And I've
social
realized
media really changed it because like
Yeah.
you could get in trouble for liking someone's pictures. Like just double tapping a picture and you can get in trouble for that. So that made it more complicated.
But like if it's like 1 or 2 pictures, okay, like it's Instagram. That's the purpose of Instagram, to like,
Yeah.
comment, share, whatever the case may be. But I feel like if you're liking every picture, then there's more to it. There's something that
Yeah.
you clearly love on this
Especially
page.
if there's a comment there. It's like,
All right,
whoa.
so this is what I'm trying to learn lessons here, right? Because I don't want to make these mistakes. And so if I see
think you should
somebody,
be
I'm on
good.
Instagram and I like their picture, does that like mean, hey, I like your picture, or does it mean, hey?
It depends. We need the
Needs
full
nice
picture.
picture.
I
I
need
like
to go
the
to like
picture.
her profile,
Uh-huh.
and I need to see what photos you've liked. Like if you've been liking her first picture and you liked her most recent, okay, you and her are friends. You like her pictures. But if it's like every so often, it's like
But also,
But
But also the type of photo matters, because if it's what we
That is
call
true,
a
that's
thirst
true.
trap
Yes,
photo
yes.
and you're liking it, then that's one thing versus, hey, I'm doing this awesome community event, come join
Exactly.
me. I think it depends on the types of photos you're liking.
Okay, so if I like that photo, I'm sending a message?
Supposedly.